Arabian fragrances are the gift that keeps on giving. Fire fragrances, a fraction of the cost, giving what needs to be gave, and then some. And the bottles are real cute. I'm about to put you on game. I got 5 new Arabian fragrances in my collection, and I picked good, y'all. They're real nice. I also went to Zara. I was in the mall. I was bored, and I found 2 new fragrances that I really, really like that I want to share with you as well. I have an affordable perfume haul for you. So if you're interested in affordable fragrances because you want to smell amazing without overspending, then I have some recommendations. I have some suggestions. Stick around and let's get into it.
Give them love and I let them go. Show me what you got on me. I'ma make it work more for this.
Hi, I'm Jeanique, and I have a massive Middle Eastern perfume collection. You know why? Because I love to smell bougie without overpaying to get it. And these Arabian fragrances let me live my best life smelling rich without going broke, basically. And I want to take you through the most recent additions to my collection. They're so fire, y'all. I'm really happy with these fragrances because they're giving everything I want them to. Now, I've done a lot of Arabian fragrance videos. I will link a bunch of them. You need to go check those out because, you know, giving. And these are some new additions. Are these the only additions? No. Do I look and say no? I've been stacking these perfumes because Lattafa and the rest of the Arabian fragrance houses have their foot on our necks and they won't let up and they keep releasing beautiful things and I need to have them. So I have more hauls coming. I have a dupe specific haul from Paris Corner also coming, so you should subscribe, stick around so I can put y'all on game about all of it. But I will link my Arabian perfume playlist above, so if you're interested in other fragrances, other unboxings, first impressions, reviews, you can check it out there. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. You make great life decisions. I appreciate the love and I thank you so much for being here. So many lovelies, so little time. Let's get into it.
Change my mind. Maybe you just mess me.
Lattafa, not Lattafa, and Zara. Those are the categories. So we're going to start off with Zara fragrances since there's only 2 of them and then jump into the Arabian fragrances right after. But I'm really happy with both of these Zara fragrances. I'm going to start off with the one I've already done a review on in my monthly perfume tray, which I will link right now. So I won't spend a ton of time on Juicy Infusion, but we're going to get into the next one that I haven't talked about yet, but I also very much enjoy. So this is Juicy Infusion from Zara. It is a pear black currant jasmine type of fragrance. It is fresh meets sweet, fun, girly kind of energy. The pear in here is sweet. The black currant is a little bit cutting, a little bit sour. And the jasmine has a kind of freshness about it where it is slightly soapy, mostly white floral kind of energy. It is heavily perfumey. It is not stripped back and light in a lot of the ways that a lot of Zara fragrances are. It has this sort of early 2000s tinge to it with this sort of sharpness it has. It's very nostalgic in some ways. Very pretty fragrance, beautiful every day, even a bedtime scent because you know these Zara fragrances don't be lasting like that. They disappear very quickly, give it 2 to 3 hours. You know what you're getting, you know what you're paying for. But the fragrance itself as an experience is really lovely. I like how fun and bright and summery it is. I will have summer inside as the winter approaches, y'all, because it is cold outside. And this is a pretty summery fragrance that I very much enjoy, have worn to bed, and as you can see, has gotten a fair bit of wear, especially given all the fragrances that I own. Next up, I want to talk about Supreme Vanilla. So remember months and months ago, maybe even a year ago, Zara put out like a whole vanilla collection. And I was excited to try all of these. And there are ones based on the notes alone that I thought was going to rock my whole world. I went in and I thought most of them were mid at best, basically. But this was an exception. It is a sexy take on vanilla based on how it smells to me. I would not give it the name Supreme Vanilla. I'd give it sexual vanilla. Sensual vanilla. It is really pretty. It is vanilla, Madagascar vanilla, a little bit boozy. There is some heliotrope in here, so a little bit powdery. It's not heliotrope powdery. It's like iris powdery. It's like a light powderiness in here that gives like a bit of a marshmallowy vibe. There's a little bit of sugar. There is some fruit in here, but it's not a fruity fragrance. It is a sweet, thick, ambery, darker take on vanilla. There is something in here, I don't know from what. Maybe from some woodiness, maybe some sandalwood, something. in here that reads a little bit darker and heavier, a little bit more grown. This is sexy vanilla for like a date night, or a sexy vanilla to stay in. I don't care which one, but it is a really nice vanilla for, it's not a go to bed vanilla just to go sleep, because it can be a little bit distracting, because there's a sharpness and hardness and darkness in the base of the fragrance, although beautiful, is for the streets. Loved this one. I would definitely get a bigger bottle of this because I am a vanilla lover, and I like this sort of boozy, darker take that Zara went with in this one. Sweet enough, dark enough, sexy enough that I'm very impressed with it. Seriously love this one. So I only have one not Lattafa. The other four are Lattafa, obviously. And the one I have here, so we're going to do this one first, even though it's one of the faves of this bunch. So if I was ranking, it would be number 2. It is Shagoud Tonka by Swiss Arabian. This is a good quality fragrance. Here's the thing. The first time I tried this, I thought, oh, it's alright. None too extra. What are people on the internet talking about how it's special? Lies. Or exaggeration, I don't know. But the longer I had this one on my skin, the more I got it. I was like, oh, this is so refined. It's so elevated. And the longer it goes and the longer it sinks into your skin, it just gets creamier and smoother and more delicious. I love her. Now, I think this is supposed to be a dupe of a BDK fragrance. I don't know which one. I'll put it on the screen if I can figure out which one it's supposed to be. Gris Charnel, maybe? I'm not sure. But this one right here, whatever it's duping, whatever it's not duping, it is nice. Now let's get into what this smells like. It's an almond fragrance with some orange blossom, some cinnamon, some warm spices, some cashmere. I think there's some sandalwood in the base. Very beautiful vanilla almond kind of meets floral meets woodiness type of fragrance. Very refined, very beautiful. When you first spray, it has a kind of a woody sharpness about it, which is unexpected, and it doesn't come through to like the mid. We get that sort of floral, and a lot of that creaminess starts to come through more on the skin. That makes it feel really sort of lovely and understated, beautiful, very elevated. This feels rich. Sometimes I shade the Zara line because it's fun for me, because the pink one is so overhyped. And also, by the way, there's a new candy one in a like deeply pink bottle. How dare you try to charge $60-something for a Zara fragrance, Lattafa? Stop. We're not going to buy it. I'm not going to buy it. I'm never going to buy it. That's between you and I. Anyway, I do have this new white one though. I have the yellow one. Do I remember the name? No. It's the best one. It smells like mango lassi. The pink one, light pink one, mid. It's fine. I'm not a hater. This one comes between the two. I prefer it to the light pink one. I don't like it as much as the yellowy orangey one, right? This one is the most classically floral of the bunch. It's an aggressive floral fragrance. You have to love florals, in my opinion. It is Jasmine, a very heady white florally jasmine. It's nice if you love a jasmine fragrance. I think there is peach in here to sweeten, a little bit of caramel to do a little bit of sweetening. There is something in the base. I want to say like a very dark sandalwood or cedar. There's a woodiness in the base of this fragrance that makes it feel aggressively sharp. I would say this is not a safe blind buy as far as white florals go. This is not a contemporary take on white floral that tends to appeal to a lot more people. This is an old school sort of take on white floral where the jasmine is heady, it is heavy, and the base is a lot sharper. Also, there is a heavy fucking patchouli in here. Am I complaining? No, because I love patchouli. I love all the patchoulis, dirty and otherwise. I'm not complaining, but I know, I recognize it is not for everybody. And this right here, the patchouli is sharp. It is very present, and you smell it from the opening all the way through. It never lets up. So that is something to keep in mind. Have you subscribed? I know you really want to, and I want to remind you to get into the subscribing of it all, because you want YouTube to remind you to come back because you're having fun right now in this moment. So go ahead, do the thing, and let's get back to the video. So the internet would have me believe this next fragrance is not good. They say it's not good, but they're wrong, because it is so very good. I was shocked by how much I liked this one. This is not a new Lattafa fragrance, right? This was released years ago. And as long as I've been collecting Middle Eastern fragrances, I've seen this on the market real cheap in the $20 something range, and caught my eye because the reviews were consistently, the same, that there was nothing really great or good about this one, nothing special. I'd be disappointed. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I was wrong. This is my vibe. This is my vibe. Here is why I think it gets the hate it gets. It has a very robust sourness to it. It's lychee, it is raspberry, there's violet leaf. So a greenness is in it. So it's not just green, it's not just citrusy adjacent with that raspberry. It is a little bit sour. There is some sweetness from things like vanilla and some smoothness and so on. There's musk in here. The musk is doing work. But it is not that sort of sweet, sparkly, fun summer fragrance. It's a much more sour, just adjacent type of vibe than I was expecting. Do you see how light and just sort of watery that is? It has that kind of texture to it. It feels very summery, very understated, really unproblematic, not trying too hard. The lychee right now, lychee is huge. It's everywhere. Everybody's trying to do lychee fragrances. This is a very well done one with a sour sort of lean, with a little bit of greenness and some smoothing elements. I think this is incredibly, incredibly pretty. Really nice everyday fragrance. Now this one made a massive impression on me right out the gate. Like, I really liked this fragrance as soon as I sprayed it, and it is Body Al Oud Honor and Glory. Now the universe didn't want us to be together. Every single time I've ordered this fragrance, regardless of where I've ordered it from, something's gone wrong and they've canceled the order. And so even though I've been trying to get this fragrance for like a year now, I'm just getting it. It is a catastrophe, basically. I love this one. Just like I love Body Al Oud Sublime, because it's beautiful. And there's a new one I think is supposed to be duping Atomic Rose. Hello, I'm into that. Also, there's a new pinky one. Yeah, they're coming out with so many things. There's so many things coming out. Anyway, this one, let me tell you what it smells like. You spray it and the black pepper comes through first. It's kind of sharp. It's a little aggressive, just like Body Al Oud Sublime. It opens up really unisex, kind of heavy and dark, a little mysterious. And then we get that sweetness, pineapple, creme brulee, beautiful gourmand notes to balance out some of those dark edges, those sharp edges. It is a beautifully done fragrance. Nice, long-lasting, sexy. I would say, very sexy, very sexy. I would say this is a unisex fragrance. I know more men who own this fragrance than women, personally. But I think it works for everybody. I don't think of vanilla tonka, because it has those, is feminine or masculine. I think everybody can wear those notes because they're so delicious and so lovely. And when you add the pepper in and some of the other gourmand notes, I think it's a really beautiful melding together of sharper edges and creamier, softer ones. Beautiful fragrance, very sexy, very date night appropriate. I love this one, very impressed with it. When I initially tried it, it was number 2 for me. And then Shagoud Tonka just performed better and developed better. And so the dry down of that one was just a lot smoother, prettier, and a lot more lovely. This one is still nice. It just dries down a lot woodier, less creamy and sweet like the Shagoud Tonka, but still very, very pretty. The dry down is a lot more masculine. Let's put that out there. It's not masculine, it's more unisex. The dry down is a lot more unisex, but the experience of the fragrance is a whole vibe. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. Is this bad boy here to clear? Now, y'all know how I feel about this guy here. This guy here is Giardini di Toscana Bianco Latte. Fire ass, gourmand fragrance, giving condensed milk, marshmallowy goodness, sweet, creamy, delicious, so fire, so long lasting. It just projects. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I love it. So this is supposed to be a dupe of that, right? And I was hoping for the best. This is not the cheapest Lattafa fragrance. I want to say it's in the 50 something Canadian dollar range, so 30 to 40 US dollar. So not the least expensive, but the bottle is giving. They really put a lot of effort into the bottle. It feels high quality. It feels heavy. It feels substantial. I appreciate that. You hear my ring going. It feels substantial. I appreciate that they did not cheap out in that way. As far as the fragrance goes, y'all know what it is giving. It is milky, sweet, creamy, heavy, marshmallowy, projecting, sweet, candid. It is fire. If you love a very sweet, creamy, gourmand fragrance, this Giardini di Toscana is a lot creamier. It also has a bigger throw. When I wear, and I've done this, I wear Bianco Latte to work, it leaves a very long and heavy sillage. I don't need to overspray that shit and people gonna smell me in the elevator after I've been off the elevator for like 12 floors. It will still linger. People will come into a hallway and know I've been there if I wear Bianco Latte. It just lingers even if you don't spray a lot of it. This doesn't do all of that. It does nice things. It has good performance, but it does not do the heavy throw, the heavy sillage, just the long lingering, the sort of light spray, and it take over. It's not doing all of that. It does not have the same level of performance that the original does. And it feels kind of weird to say that about Middle Eastern fragrance because they're known for good performance. And this does have good performance, just not as good as the original. Second, this is airier and more marshmallowy than condensed milky than the original. So it feels more musky and it feels lighter on the skin. So it kind of creates this sort of cloud around you of this sort of sugary goodness around you that's really pretty and nice and light, and it feels more fun. So many fragrances, so little time. I've been wearing these down, enjoying them thoroughly, and I'm very happy with everything that I picked up from Zara, from Lattafa, from Swiss Arabian, because they've been great quality for cheap. So I cannot even complain. Now I'm excited to try out the new fragrances that I recently picked up, because if they're giving half of what these are, then I'll feel like a very lucky girl. So I'm going to come to you with a longer review of all of those fragrances I recently snagged, because you deserve to hear all about them, and I want to talk about them with people, so there is also that. I will link my last affordable perfume haul for you, just in case you're looking for a cheaper fragrance that's good quality. I have a lot of videos on that topic specifically because I stay hunting down deals like my life depends on it. It doesn't, but you know, it's fun for me. Either way, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate you checking out this video. I hope you've subscribed because you enjoyed this video and you plan to come back for more. If you've already subscribed already, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You make great life decisions, and I see you. And I'll see you soon for another video. Also, I have a video on Scorpio season coming. Is that something y'all are interested in? Because I do love me astrology. Hello. And I love to talk about it. And I love to pair fragrances with astrological signs. So why not? Again, I'm Jeanique. I'm basically a Middle Eastern perfume reviewer full time now, basically, because I have so many of them and I talk about them so often. I make no apologies because I like nice shit on the cheap. And I will keep coming to y'all with reviews if you will have me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.